Today on the podcast, we talked to one of my oldest friends. We're going right back to Eerie, Indiana from the 90s, Omri Katz.
We talk Hocus Pocus, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and more.
So get in the comments, like, subscribe. We are established in the 90s. He's a brother from another mother. He's wearing the Eerie shirt. We got him. Omri Katz, Eerie, Indiana, Hocus Pocus, Dallas, all the good stuff. Welcome to Established in the 90s.
Let's go.
The crowd goes wild. Woo! All right, we're going straight into the 90s with Hocus Pocus, one of our favorite movies ever. Tell us, how the heck did you get that amazing role?
How the heck did I get that amazing role? Nothing but sheer talent. Obviously. You know, I didn't even have to audition. They were just like, that's the guy. No, just, you know, like standard auditioning. Start off probably with whatever, 100, 200, you know, peeps, wind it down more and more. Then it came down to like 3 of us. And then I was pretty certain. I was like, all right, it seems like a locked deal. And then I didn't hear for months.
No way.
Months. Yeah. So,
wow.
I was like, okay. Forgotten.
What's the usual turnaround time for like an audition?
It's pretty quick. It's like it's like down to 3 people or something.
Okay.
And it's just like, you know, within a day or 2, you'd be like, hey, you got the part. Or if you don't hear. So I figured I basically didn't get the part. Maybe they were still working out the whole Leo deal. I don't know. But I didn't get the part, or I did get the part, obviously, but I didn't hear for months. And then one day they were like, hey, we want to bring you in for a test screening. Screen test, I think. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've been out of the business. And so, that's pretty much when I landed. They brought me, Thora, and Vanessa in, and the rest is history.
Rewind a second, because you said Leo. So you said Leo. Did he audition for that role?
You know, according to everybody else but me, I don't know for a fact, but yeah, I believe so.
You believe so?
I think he turned it down because he had bigger and better plans.
You beat Leo.
There you go.
You took him out.
My dog.
I will be your agent from now on.
It's like, eat your heart out, Leonardo DiCaprio. I beat you for Hocus Pocus.
Did you go in with, was your hair parted in the middle at the time too? Was that your look? Or
I guess. I think my hair naturally parted in the middle.
No.
Because I had like the... Yeah. Because what I would do, even now when I grow it out, like I just comb it back, and by the end of the day, it just falls the way it does. Yeah. And I just have this like middle with like some weird cowlick right there type of thing. So yeah, I don't know if that's what I was going for.
Okay.
Tom literally spent hours a day parting his hair to look like your hair.
I did. That was like in Indiana, that was like the 8th grade thing.
Look at this right there. Dylan's got it up. Yeah. That's perfect. How did you do that hair perfectly?
Just gifted with naturally beautiful hair.
Naturally gifted.
Guys spent hours a day in the 90s.
I have a naturally gifted part right down the center. Yeah. Don't even have to try.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so, I don't honestly. I don't know what style I was going for. I think I was just starting to grow my hair out. So, and that's what landed.
Amazing. I remember you and Leo used to go up against a lot of parts together.
Sure.
You guys were buds. What was that like?
I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I ever had this real competitive spirit back then. Mm-hmm. It was just kind of like I was just riding a wave. I was just doing whatever, like I didn't even want to audition. I hated studying lines. I was just like, I just want to go skateboard with my friends. And my parents were like, no, but you have this big role to practice for. So I don't know, like I would just go in, do my thing. Maybe that's why I was semi-successful, because I just didn't think about it. And sometimes it would, sometimes it wasn't even your talent necessarily or how well you acted. It was like your looks, or it's like, oh, he's marketable, or whatever the case is. That's showbiz. It's not show talent, it's
right.
Showbiz.
No, and as you said, it's like sometimes when you go into an audition and you don't care, like you give off that impression like you're just there, you're enjoying the moment. Like if you get it, great. If you don't, no big deal. That's when you end up booking. It's like when we care so much, they feel that and they don't like it. It's like when you're trying to date somebody and they feel that energy that you want, desperation, they're not interested.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I can think of a few roles where I feel like I wanted it so bad that I totally flubbed it because it was just like your nerves kind of take over or whatever the case. I mean, you've been in the situation too.
I went out for Home Improvement, dude. I wanted that part so bad.
Which role?
All of them.
All of them.
Any?
Were you close to being Jonathan
The
Taylor
janitor?
I could have been anybody. I could have been, who was the guy like across who was peeking over the hedge?
That would have been the perfect role for you.
Yeah.
That's the perfect role.
Right?
We actually, so when we were doing Hocus Pocus, we were shooting, we were right across from Home Improvement, so I used to go out and play some ball with them.
Yeah.
In the middle of lunch and stuff. Yeah, that would have been a great role.
Phenomenal role.
He's had quite a career, huh?
Tim Allen?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen's crushed
done
it.
okay.
Crushing.
He's
He had
crushed
a
it.
renaissance,
From
too.
Santa to like voices to everything. It's like, okay.
I mean, Buzz Lightyear, he made
Oh.
enough money in that role for
For
All
a
of us.
lifetime.
many careers.
For
Yeah.
all of LA.
I did an episode of Home Improvement, and it was kind of, I mean, it was great. Like, everybody was super nice. But I remember when it came to, because it was a sitcom, so they had a live audience there. And
Yeah.
when we were doing the live audience, everybody was like, loved Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Sure.
He was like the idol.
He was the
like
teen
you were,
beat.
you know, he was the teen beat.
Not quite.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks
he was
for-
not as
for,
cool as you.
Yeah.
But
thanks for floating my boat.
All the women in the audience were like, JTT. They were screaming for him.
Yeah.
And I was buddies
He's a
with
throb.
Zachary Taylor Thomas, who at the time had done a couple episodes of Picket Fences, which is what I did after Eerie.
Yeah.
And he kind of walked by. Nobody was interested in him, but everybody like was interested in Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And it was weird seeing that.
Yeah. I mean, he was a serious heartthrob, even when he was like so young.
Super
But that's
young.
what like all the little girls, like I remember when New Kids on the Block came out and all these girls in elementary school were just like losing their mind.
Right.
Just like all of them just like,
Well, you were kind
shit's
of a
whack. That's what I
You
was
were a
thinking.
heartthrob. You were like my competition in 8th grade.
I mean, I
Every girl's like,
guess.
oh,
You know,
Hocus
and
Pocus. It's like,
that's some of the
right
stuff that I hated about like being some sort of celebrity or famous. Like I didn't want to do any of that stuff, but it was kind of like you kind of need to promote yourself. It's like anything, even today. It's like if you don't have an Instagram following, you don't get hired for jobs. Almost
crazy.
type of thing.
You're right.
Popularity sells.
Yeah.
So.
I wanted that, but I just didn't have it.
But you did. There's a secret society, Justin, that you're not aware
there's
of.
a Reddit.
There's a
Reddit page for you.
fan club I run that you're not aware of.
Yeah, the Herald.
Oh,
By the
my
way, I need
gosh.
you to sign some things for me after this.
Anytime,
Great.
all the time.
Perfect.
All right, we're going back to Hocus Pocus.
Back to
so,
Hocus Pocus.
Thackeray Binks,
Yeah, Jason Marsden voice.
The
and
best.
Sean
Murray.
Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry, Sean.
Let's talk quickly about Sean Murray. So I didn't realize this, but when Sean Murray had booked that role, Don Belisario was his stepfather, who of course is like a god in television, NCIS creator, huge showrunner. Did you know that he was kind of a nepo baby at the time?
Sean, if you're listening to this, I didn't. But now
Right?
I have a whole nother judgment against you. Like, oh, okay.
Someone
Makes
who will
sense.
never be on the podcast.
Yeah,
now. Thank
Sean
you.
is
Thank you
Sean
very much,
Murray.
Justin.
By the way, he's loaded after NCIS.
I'm sure
God
he is.
bless you,
He's
Sean.
gonna buy our podcast.
Hell yeah.
Hell
He's got
yeah.
played his cards right.
Absolutely, good for him.
Here we are.
We're doing a
not-
podcast. He's living in a freaking mansion in Tahiti.
Probably.
We're filming in a van down by the river.
Damn
What's he been
right.
on that show for like 15 years or
Like
something?
20, dude.
Oh, my Lord.
Can you imagine the
Good for him.
residuals?
Good for him.
Yeah. But did you
Proud
know?
of you, Sean. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Dog.
I mean, what do you think about that?
I didn't know, first of all. But I always, I'm always like cheering and rooting for anybody that has survived this industry and is still going on and still pursuing it. I mean, it's a tough business,
Yeah.
From the outside world, people look at us and think that we all have Hollywood mansions and we're just like, yeah, we crushed it. We're celebrities. So that fame doesn't always play a role, necessarily correlate with like, your real life ordeal. So like any people I know that are killing it, props to you.
Absolutely.
That's all I can say.
And we think they're
tough
killing
game.
it, and we don't even know whether they're killing it or not.
Killing it, let's just say financially and successfully.
Right.
I don't know, mentally and, how well they are as people. But yeah, I mean, my hat's off to them. Success.
We'll take it any way we can.
What is
Sure.
the type of pressure that level of success puts on you when you're in that like
When I get there, I'll let you know. It kind of plays a lot of psychological mind tricks on you. I mean, you're in this industry, you're touted and you're worshipped, and you at some point, like, who do you even trust? Mm-hmm. There's like this fine line. So all that fame, maybe you want all that fame and glory at first, but then once you get it, like, I think a lot of people are kind of disturbed by it. And that's why most of Hollywood people try to like hide out for the most part, unless they're trying to, revamp their career or something, then they need some popularity.
And they're doing a
Like me.
podcast about the 90s.
Like me.
And like us.
Like us.
No, totally.
Brought to you by PBR.
So we got to talk about all the cats that you guys had on set. So tell us about, you had a bunch of cats, but apparently cats can only do one thing. Is that right?
That is correct.
How does that work?
Well, have you ever owned a cat?
Owned. Kirby. I had Kirby till he was 19.
Okay.
He was the most brilliant cat in the world.
And that's what every cat owner says.
You're right.
My dad's like that. He's like, check out my cat. Watch. When I whistle, watch it like come. And I'm like, he whistles and like the cat doesn't come. I'm like, wow, what an amazing cat, Dad.
there's some guy on TikTok who does like cat language. It's the most. He's like, he does the meows. It's ridiculous.
No, it's great. I gotta check that out. Yeah, it's like a dog whisperer, a cat whisperer. But yeah, I guess at least according to the trainer, it was like, each cats can. It's hard to train a cat, so you train it to do one trick, and hopefully you can continue to, keep it to do that trick. So they needed several amounts of cats in order to. Whatever it was that they needed, whatever trick they needed it to perform. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so Vanessa Shaw calls it the wall of cats. She thinks there was like 30 kennels, like literally piled up where they needed ladders to take them out. But there was definitely a lot of black cats.
I need to run that by Amy because she's
Tom's wife.
Yeah, she's.
What does she think? She thinks she can train her cat to be.
Well, she trained a big cat, so like exotics. But I'll run it by her. We'll come back later.
She might know.
She might know. Yeah.
That was according to them.
That was back in the day, so maybe cats have evolved.
Or maybe it was just easier to train several cats to do one trick than to try to train one cat to do a bunch of them.
Yeah, but they all looked the same. It was all the same.
They were all black cats.
And where did they keep the cats separate from you guys?
Set.
They were all on set, just chilling.
On set, like chilling somewhere in the.
Were they going to
stage.
craft service?
They were. And they were all just numbered. I was like, hey, number 1. Hey, number 2. What do you want? You want some tuna?
Was there
Here
just
you
like
go.
a lot of litter boxes?
Right.
I didn't even pay attention to that. Now that
great.
I'm like, where did they fucking shit? Yikes. Oh, again, with the F-bomb.
That's
Sorry
right.
about
That's
that.
right. This is a kid show.
I'm so sorry.
Tom's kids watch this show.
Bleep
They're
it.
6
Bleep.
and 4.
No, they're fine.
Bleep.
No, they're okay. All right, so we got to talk about working with the witches, who are obviously fabulous. We got Bette Midler, we got Sarah Jessica Parker, we got Kathy Najimy, who's married to Dan from the Dan Band.
Yeah,
we
met
love
Dan several times.
Amazing.
Love Dan, he's great.
So freaking cool. I
Yeah,
used to
he's super
audition with
cool
him
guy.
all the time. What were these phenomenally talented actresses like working with?
Honestly, I got nothing but great vibes.
That's awesome.
Obviously, didn't get to know them like so deeply, where it's just like, hey, you want to play bridge on Sunday or something? But I really admired Bet because she was a hustler. She was just working. If she wasn't rehearsing, she was in her trailer already rehearsing for the next thing that she was. It's pretty crazy. So like her work ethic was amazing. There was a few times I got to hang with her offset. the witch that I got to know the most was Kathy, and I think 'cause she was just so up and coming and so appreciative of like already the success that she was having, that she was just kind of like, I don't know, just like living in that moment. And she was just so supportive, even for me and Vanessa and all of us. She's kind of like, I feel like, was the motherly witch of them all. Obviously, they weren't very motherly as characters. But
She's my favorite witch, though, I think.
Had she done Sister Act at the time?
I think Sister Act was before.
Was before?
Yeah,
One
so
of my
she
favorite
was-
movies, too.
Yeah, and so she was just like, riding that wave.
Yeah.
And then coming on to Hocus Pocus, and the dynamic that the three of them had was just like so authentic, and like it was really great. Like now I look back and I reflect on what I see on screen, and even like some of the behind the scenes stuff, and I'm just like, wow, like what a great, like synergistically worked together. I thought was so good.
It was amazing. I mean, incredible.
It was great. Their chemistry was unbelievable.
Look at these three. The OGs.
Oh, geez. Still the OGs.
There
But
we
the
go.
OG.
Yeah, OG.
Yeah.
So now there's a lot of talk about Hocus Pocus 3. What are your thoughts
I don't know
on
about
this?
a lot of talk. I've only heard one thing. I think, was it Vanity Fair put it out that it was in development.
Okay.
That's the latest I've heard. And that was like over a year ago. So I haven't heard anything since.
What
about you guys?
Well, I heard Sarah Jessica Parker talk about it just like yesterday.
Oh, no way.
Somebody was interviewing her, and literally the only thing that people were interested in was Hocus Pocus 3.
That's kind of
Isn't that wild?
crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
It's freaking awesome.
We have a good pitch.
I'm
Think we have
for
a good pitch.
hire. Whoever's
Right,
listening
exactly.
to this.
Okay.
Hocus Pocus 3.
What's Tom's pitch? And I want to hear your pitch, Omri.
So you and Vanessa, you guys have a house, married, a couple of kids. Thora Birch comes back because she's been out of town for a while. You guys stayed in town, and then the witches come back. And then, I don't know, some like witchy stuff happens. Hocus Pocus.
Some witchy stuff.
That's as far as we got. But yeah, we're in the early development. Disney, hire us.
Before everything
Yeah.
happens, before Jinx, the
Yeah.
cat shows up and
Yeah,
everything.
the same stuff.
All right,
Hocus
what's your
Pocus
pitch?
I like that.
Yeah.
You were about to say Jinx.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, that's a
Binks?
better name for him.
Jinx.
Binks is still living there.
Binks
so
is still
fine.
there.
Yeah.
Jason Marsden comes back.
Well, he
obviously.
dies in the first one, so maybe,
whatever.
yeah, whatever.
It's
It's
back.
Disney.
Tom, you got to
can-
watch the movie
Hocus
again.
You can make believe anything you want, but there is a book actually that was written that basically is that story. Vanessa and I
Yeah.
are together. We have kids.
Really?
And the whole episode happens again. Our kids do whatever. I don't know
Yeah.
where Thor is. I never read the book. Sorry, whoever wrote that book. Like even in the second one, they could have brought us back as some cameos.
You should have been back for the
I
second
don't know
one.
what they're gonna do with the third one.
You know what?
that would be the. It seems like the most sense
yeah.
to make
Yeah.
that happen.
The fact that they didn't bring anyone like you guys back. I mean, they
No.
brought the witches back, but it's
And Doug Jones, of
Yeah, Doug
course,
Jones,
you
yeah.
know, is like by far like another incredible talent.
Super
Have you ever
talented.
met Doug Jones?
No. How is he?
He's the most amazing individual. Doug, I love you, brother.
That's awesome.
You're the best.
That's very cool.
He is. He's just the nicest, most sincere.
I boycotted the
Greatest
movie
person.
because you weren't in it.
yeah, we haven't.
Oh, the second one.
Yeah.
I had to watch it because I knew I'd be asked questions.
Okay.
So
But what do you think of the second one versus your film?
not that into it, to be honest. I was
Yeah.
glad to see the characters come back. That was great, but the storyline just didn't really carry me. I don't know. I'm older. I've never been a huge like Disney like absorber.
Well, it's like when they remade Eerie.
Yeah,
It was
but
horrific.
that was like it was horrific. But
Yeah.
they also did that like 5 years after?
Or 10.
Was it even
I think
that long?
10. Yeah, I think they remade it like in
All
2002.
right. Honest truth, I never even saw it.
It was so bad. I didn't watch it either.
Yeah, good.
I didn't.
So
to be honest, I didn't
how
know
do you
it.
really know it was bad?
Because I heard from all the
Okay.
fans. It was terrible. All right. We got to go super talented Gary and Penny Marshall.
Who?
Never heard of them. What was it like to work with them? I mean, these are icons.
Well, I didn't get to officially work with them because
Okay.
our scenes we were never on screen together. They're legends.
Yeah.
Like that's all you have to say. Like
Totally.
it's like being in the presence of big fan. So it was cool. Cool to see them work.
Quick funny side note, anecdotal story. So I do a lot of ADR, Or in ADR is where you come in and you do voiceover for a film or television show that's in post-production. So Gary Marshall had directed this film. He directed, a million films, and this was kind of like a Valentine's Day film. And they bring up this editor assistant and his friend, and they're going up to do this kissing scene. And I tell them, well, you need to kiss in this moment, which is, you're supposed to kiss like this. So
Not like
with using tongue. So what happens is we go beep, beep, beep. And because I told them to kiss, they went at it. And they started kissing. And the guy had recently been married. And it was pretty wild.
Yeah, I can see a wife being very,
Not happy about
jealous
it.
and not happy. Like,
Not happy
but I'm
about
getting
it.
paid.
Acting,
You like this house?
Paid actor.
Do you like everything that you have? Yeah, that's it's coming from me having to smooch another girl. So Danielle Harris,
Yeah.
who was my first girlfriend.
Oh, God, gorgeous.
What a doll! We love her.
Yes. The Scream Queen.
She is a.
She's
scream
become the
queen.
horror scream
She is
queen.
a very big horror scream queen.
I remember her showing up on set on Eerie all the time, and I would knock on your trailer, and the door was always locked.
The trailer rocking. Don't come knocking. So we had, I think we were kind of going through a breakup type of thing.
Yeah.
When she was on that episode.
Well, you were 16.
16, and
Yeah.
we started when I was 14. Whatever. Story for another time.
Yeah.
But Joe Dante was directing that episode.
Was that Heart of Chain?
Heart of Chain.
Okay.
And so we had this big smooching scene. And so Joe's like, okay, go. And I think it was her back was facing the camera and me. So we just had to fake it. And we totally faked it because we were going through a breakup. We were just kind of standing next to each other and pretending like we're kissing. And Joe just kept going and going. He thought he was oh, I'm going to let Omri kiss her for 10 minutes. It wasn't 10 minutes. But then he finally yelled cut or said cut. And it was just we separated and it was totally faking it.
That's hilarious. By the way, she still is gorgeous, and I remember as a little kid, she was stunning.
Yeah, well, obviously that's, I was you and me. We'll be together for a little while. She's a sweetheart, though.
A brilliant
Truly a
actress,
sweetheart.
super sweet, beautiful. You had a lot of love interests when I was a little kid on Eerie.
Did I?
I just remember just amazing, talented women just coming and going all the time.
What?
He talks about all the time.
No
He's
way.
Yes.
Omri.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Torkelsons.
Okay, so Olivia Burnett.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, she was a little fox. Danielle Harris. Who
Yes.
else? I can't think of anybody else.
I was 11, and I just remember being blown away.
He said you're his idol.
Yeah.
Wow.
He aspires.
Well, look
to
at
be
me
you.
now. Ladies, my entourage of ladies are waiting right outside.
Clearly, they're out there
they'll
trying to
be
break down the
after
door.
after this
Yeah.
podcast. Just wait.
Talented, beautiful ladies right
Oh,
outside.
my God.
All for Justin.
All right, so you're on set, and
Yeah.
apparently you were baked. Is that true?
No. Was a pothead. Still a pothead. Yeah. I know this is a kid's show, but
I know
This is not a kid's
This is
show.
a preschool show.
Okay.
Okay, so how the heck
Yes.
did that happen? So you'd roll on set. What time was your call time?
I wouldn't be as early because obviously hair and makeup for
Yeah.
me were like a cinch. But let's just say whatever, 6, 7 is a typical day.
Right. AM, by the way.
AM, yeah.
And by the way, women on typical film and television have to roll in 2 hours earlier.
At least.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Their call time's 4 a.m.
And if you're doing prosthetics or any
yeah.
type of serious makeup, that's going to take even Doug Jones shows up to work at 3 a.m., 2
Yeah.
a.m. type of thing because he has to put on tons and tons of things. He's playing this crazy character.
I hated, by the way, having makeup put on my face. Did you
Sure,
mind it or
100%?
You didn't? Yeah.
And I was going through puberty, so I would break out from it. I was like, great, no, just you got to put more makeup to cover all my whiteheads and zits that I was like,
the same problems as a kid in Indiana.
Yeah.
14.
Make,
all the
you were
time.
wearing makeup.
Tons of
Tons of
makeup.
makeup.
Had
Yeah.
to,
Tons of makeup.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
rolling into
different
school.
time era. Nowadays, just
absolutely.
be like, sweet.
No, you just roll with it now. But yeah.
So we're talking about the mid '90s. This is when pot is illegal. You're rolling on
Ish.
set.
Early 90s, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's California too. so,
Yeah.
right?
Did you have a blunt? Did you have a pipe? How were you rolling?
So on work days, which is pretty much Monday through
Every day.
Friday,
Yeah.
right? I would have I would roll a joint before I got in the car. And then I would smoke that whole joint.
Were you driving or was your dad?
No, I was already 16.
Oh, sweet.
So I had a 79 Westphalia VW bus,
Sick.
right?
Yeah.
Puke green. Even Vanessa Shaw
That
one
fits.
time, she saw me on the freeway a couple times because we were on the set at the same time. She's like, Omri! And I'm not looking. I'm just like smoking, just like whatever. So yeah, so I'd roll the joint.
There it
before I
is.
Is
left.
that it?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
That was it.
That's
is that
awesome.
A 79 Westie? That's a 79 Westie. I didn't have the
I mean,
front
if you were
tire.
driving that
I
now,
had
I'd pull
dead
you over.
stickers all over the back.
That's rad.
I had a sticker that said, Ja is my co-pilot.
That's
Did they
great.
have the pop-up tent too?
Well, that's a Westie.
That's
Yeah,
a
Westie.
Westphalias were like the camping edition. Basically looked identical to that, but that's way cleaner than mine. So I would do that. That was kind of like there. And then I would have like time to chill. And then I'd go to hair and makeup and I'd just be like, it almost feel like a massage because I would just be like stoned. Kind of nice. Sweet. Yeah, do my hair, touch my hair, touch my face. And then by the time it came, I don't know. It's weird. Like the relationship I had with cannabis back then was like new and very interesting, and like it didn't faze me. Like now I smoke, but like I don't smoke like I used to, and when I do, it totally distracts me. So there you go. There's your anti-drug campaign. Don't do drugs,
They're
kids.
hot, right? I feel like the weed back then was just a lot different. I don't. In Indiana, we used to we'd bake a car out, spray ourselves with cologne. We'd be fine, you know.
I don't
But I
know.
feel like now-
Cali weed has
Was it?
always
Yeah,
been
so we were just getting
very
some, like,
potent. This is like the
Indiana stuff.
mecca of
Yeah.
cannabis. So like even the weed back then, if you knew the guy that knew the guy, you were like, that weed was great.
But I feel like you were way ahead of the curve, like in terms of smoking weed. Like now it's normal. Everybody's having edibles. It's just kind of part of culture. You were doing it before it was kind of in the vein of pop culture.
It's definitely more mainstream, and people are more open to talk about the fact that they've been using cannabis for so long or whatnot. But for me, I feel like, I grew up in the West Valley. Kids are bored. Like, I feel like everybody smoked weed. My sister, my brother smoked weed. I saw them as influences. So I was like, hey, I want to try that. And, even in Hollywood, like, drugs are very prevalent. Alcohol, social scene was very big, even amongst those teenagers. And I think, you know this position, when you're kind of like, you're working, you're surrounded by adults. I don't want to say you grow up quicker, but you start to take on their interests. Mm-hmm. Like I remember like all the gaffers and the grips and all that. They had like pinup girls on their little stations. And like, they would talk about women and talk about that. And I started talking about women as a very young kid. And most of the kids I went to school with were like, ew, girls got cooties. And I'm like, no, women are like sexy and hot. And I'm like 7 years old, It's like, this is not normal.
Right.
But I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like I kind of grew up quicker to some degree, being surrounded by so many adults. That was your influence.
Did you ever get in trouble for smoking weed on set? Like, did the director ever call you out?
To be specific.
Did anyone know? Yeah.
So, I wonder if Kenny can attest to this, but yeah, on Hocus Pocus. By the way, I didn't smoke weed when we were doing Eerie.
No.
I hadn't even I was
Justin
like,
was
that's
hot all the time.
too crazy for me. I started smoking when I started Matinee, which was another film I did with Joe. Anyway, back to your question. Kenny, I don't know. I was probably too high. And I was like messing up my lines or something I was doing. I think my eyes were really glassy and red. And, we were going at it. I wasn't giving it what it needed. Mm-hmm. And he's like, are you are you high? And of course, just no. So it, I guess maybe that could have been a wake up call. Be like, okay, yo, don't smoke as much before you have to work.
Dial back.
But I kind of enjoyed it. Like, so, anything that alters your mind, whether it's weed or prescription pills or something like that, whatever it is, the drug of your choice, like sometimes it can be fun, and I was just having fun. So
That's rad.
Yeah.
So now when people watch Hocus Pocus, they're going to see you high as a kite.
I thought he was high.
Yeah. I was. Honestly, cannot think of one moment other than maybe the shooting in Salem because I couldn't bring weed with me on the plane. Or maybe I did and I don't even remember. Oh, wow. I got another story if you want to hear it.
Let's hear it.
You guys want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
Do it.
Okay, so we're in Salem. I was up in Kenny's room. I don't know if I brought weed or he brought weed or something. Oh, yeah. So sorry, Kenny, to throw you under the bus. But
The
me and
director of
Kenny-
Hocus Pocus.
And we really connected. Him and I, like offset, onset, like him and I bonded. It was amazing. And so we were up in his room. I don't know if I rolled the joint or what, and we're smoking, and then we get a knock at the door. And so weed's still highly illegal. It's just like, oh shit, it smells like, what do we do? What do we do? Oh crap, And Kenny's like panicking like a little kid too.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, put it out, whatever. So we go answer the door. We go, like, who's there? And it was Charlie Rocket. He's like, hey, you guys in there? Like, can I come kick it with you guys? And we're just like, oh shit, okay, yeah, let's let Charlie Rocket in. So we let Charlie Rocket in, and we're all three just smoking weed. The dude is the weirdest guy ever, like in the best sense. He's just talking like way out there, and I'm just like, dude, you're super cool. Like, what a fascinating guy. So yeah, Charlie Rocket, me, and Kenny smoked in Salem. And it was...
we got Charlie Rocket from SNL.
Yes. SNL, Hocus Pocus, Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
He was in that.
Amazing.
He was brilliant. Yeah. And his death is very, very weird.
What happened? How'd he die?
Supposedly committed suicide in like a middle of a field.
What?
Something like that. Let's look that up.
Who shot Charlie Rocket? That is weird.
That was a great memory.
What a vibe.
Yeah,
crazy.
great memory.
I gotta tell you.
What a brilliant dude.
Brilliant actor.
Brilliant guy.
Brilliant comedian, brilliant actor. I have to tell you, Vanessa Shaw, I had the most amazing crush on. Still is an absolutely phenomenal actress. How did you
Absolutely.
work with her and not be completely obsessed?
We've admitted to each other that we kind of had these like cute little like adolescent flirtatious type of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I wasn't. I don't know. I don't know how I.
So there
kept
was there no smooching on set?
There was no smooching on set.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No, Vanessa.
Knowing
and I kept
you?
it very professional.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And we shared
He's a
some
pro.
like alone
He's a pro.
moments together where it was just her and I, like in a hotel room, and I don't know, I just didn't happen. I love Vanessa.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I see her all the time now, and it's so great. We have such good chemistry in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I guess it wasn't meant to be.
By the way, we got to talk about Hocus Pocus and the incredible Halloween, what you guys are creating in Salem. I want to hear a little bit about that.
Okay.
And for people that want to buy tickets and come see you guys in Salem, you and Jason and Vanessa, tell us all about it.
we do this event in Salem every year. It's just a bunch of Halloween.
That's great.
Right. Well, we didn't want Uncle Disney to be like, hey, cease and desist type of,
course.
stuff. So
Look at that right there.
Bam.
Love it.
Bam. So this is our third annual. We have all kinds of cool events lined up. Unfortunately, many of them are sold out, but some of them are
Sold
still
out
available
already? We're in the summer.
Yeah.
That's amazing,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Congratulations. That's incredible.
It's weird. Like the vibe in Salem, Salem is always, it's got rich history, obviously. But this movie really kind of opened the doors, the floodgates for like this whole new sect of tourism. So all the Hocus Pocus landmarks and all these different things, like people are like, they literally traveled just for that. And I went out there on a whim with this amazing crew called the Horror Squad. And they have a podcast called the Horror Squad Podcast. Love you guys.
Check it out.
And so they were like, hey, come out. Let's do a signing. Let's do a screening. Let's do all these things. Really connected with them. Great vibe. Started talking to Vanessa and Jason. Even Thora came out for, we did our first one. Thora was involved. And so like every year we're just doing these series of different events, very intimate, just like kind of giving back what this movie gave to us. Like, it's given us success. It's given us some fortune. It's given us a lot of great things. And, it's a way to just give back to the fans, the local community, and just Salem itself, if anybody hasn't been there, is amazing. A great town to visit. The people are extremely amazing, very creative, very open. And so, so this year we have a bunch of events lined up, and whatever's available. Hopefully you can come out and come check it out.
Mazel tov, man.
Thank you.
That's amazing that as an actor, you guys have, because we go to cons, we sign autographs. I don't, but you do. Take photos, and it's incredible to connect with fans. But you guys are actually putting this on yourselves as actors.
100%. Producing it ourselves.
Incredible.
Hats off to Jason Marsden, the voice of Binks. He is literally like, I don't know. The dude is another incredible individual that I'm so grateful to have in my life. But he's really been working hard at creating these, not just these events, but just creating a vibe.
Let's talk about Dallas. Let's talk about Dallas.
All right.
And Tom didn't even know about Dallas, which is insane to me because
was on my radar.
Yeah, I grew up with Dallas. Like my mom watched Dallas as a kid.
My mom.
And I love Dallas. Like we would watch it every week.
Did you really, Justin?
I swear to God, J.R.
Really?
Ewing, Bobby. Like Dallas was the original soap opera. Dallas was pre-Yellowstone. Dallas was.
It was a primetime soap.
Actually, I never thought of like Yellowstone and Landman as like a soap opera.
Yeah.
It pretty much is.
They are.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
They absolutely
Landman.
Yeah.
I mean,
Great
Dallas
show.
was
Great show.
in the 80s was king.
Was king.
I mean, it was
100%.
Dallas and Dynasty and Falcon Crest.
Yeah, and Knots Landing.
And Knots Landing.
But
those were the
Dallas
shows.
Was king.
King.
And they were princes, and until Dallas kind of faded off. People get sick of things. People want new things. But Dallas was king for a long time. Who Shot JR was like the most watched or said slogan for like decades.
Millions of people watched that show.
Yeah,
probably more than people that watched the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was insane.
So how did that show come about?
33 million viewers.
33 million viewers.
And that's on,
That was the
it
finale.
was on.
That's insane.
That was just the finale.
Yeah.
And that was network.
That was
was
CBS. CBS.
Like if a network gets 2-3 million views now, they're in heaven. Like that's insane.
We do live in a different time, you know. Network television is kind of people are just have so many sources, for entertainment or media, and people are producing on different medias.
Who shot J.R. Omri?
Oh man, a woman. But I don't remember who. I think it was Sue Ellen's sister. Let's see, Sue Ellen's sister. I'm going to go with A. Sue Ellen's sister.
A. Sue Ellen's sister shot J.R.
Mary Crosby.
Mary Crosby
was J.R.'s mistress, the sister of his wife.
That really upset Dylan. Really upset Dylan.
You thought I was going to be wrong?
No, I thought you were going to be right.
I was, wasn't I?
You ruined the segment.
Kristen Shepard.
Oh, shiza. Oh, darn. Okay, well, I'm sorry.
I'm not disappointed in any way, shape.
I grew up on Dallas.
Okay, crazy. I mean, hey, so did I. Literally.
How were the cast on Dallas? How was it to work with them?
Amazing.
They were awesome.
Amazing. Yeah. It was jokes nonstop. I don't know. I feel like my entire acting career was a lot of just fun.
Mm-hmm.
I never took it seriously. I don't know. I just went with the flow.
You actually, like at 6 years old, remember like vivid memories of being on set at that age?
So my first encounter on set, so the season before, the cliffhanger was South Fork was on fire. So it picks off from that. My first scene on set was basically JR like jumps with me into the pool off of the balcony, the second story balcony. And I was petrified of swimming. I was 3 years old. I had a kind of near drowning experience.
Wow.
So I was just petrified of the water. And so I was freaking out. Like I still have real vivid memories. And this was on a soundstage in a pool that was only like 4 feet deep. You know, they faked South Fork. It was a fake South Fork. Yeah, I do remember. I do remember that kind of stuff. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Yeah, my first encounter on set, it's like, oh, by the way, you have to swim. Like, what? Freaking out. But,
Now, Dallas wasn't your first gig. What was your first gig?
I just did a bunch of commercials.
Commercials, yeah.
Mainly commercials.
Wow.
No, Dallas was my big break.
Yeah. And then Joe Dante loved you.
I guess.
I felt like Joe
I wish he
favored.
hired me for more stuff after.
I know, but I feel like Joe favored you over me.
Of course he did.
I totally understand that statement. I think we all favor Omri
Joe
over you.
loved Omri. Like you guys were homies.
We were.
Yeah.
We were. I love it. And I just saw him a few years ago at a con.
That's awesome.
And it was just great to reconnect with him.
Oh my gosh,
You know?
what a giant in terms of film.
Giant.
Just an icon.
Yeah. I mean, some of those are my favorite films from back
Absolutely.
then.
Favorite story from Erie, Indiana?
I was a bad teenager. And I used to smoke cigarettes.
No.
You know,
You
when
did. I
was a
remember
kid.
that.
Okay. So I had to like hide it from everybody.
Yeah.
So I would like drift off into like some of the back lots and like, you know how back lots are built. It's like all these like fake houses
Mm-hmm.
have nothing but like some like wood studs or something behind it. What do they even call that? Like a faux wall looking
Right.
like house, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
So I'd go behind and I would smoke my cigarettes and nobody would see me. And one day Jason Marsden, like, I don't know if he followed me or what, but he's like, hey, Omri, you back here? I was just like, oh, shit. I'm going to do, yeah, what's up, man? And he's like, what are you doing back here? I'm like, look, dude, I smoke cigarettes, but don't tell anybody, like, please. So that was kind of one of the funny moments.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
But Mary Margaret Humes,
She was
another
the best. She played your mom on the
fox
show.
and a doll.
And went on
an
to be on
amazing-
Dawson's Creek.
Amazing person.
Yep.
I was 15, driver's permit.
Oh, yeah.
She got a brand new 300Z Nissan. The body style. That was the car I wanted.
Gorgeous.
I was like, I want that car. She's like, do you want to drive it? I'm like, I would love to. So I get in literally maybe 10 miles on the damn car. I get in the driver's seat and I go over the parking block. And the car scrapes and does all this like, you know, the look of horror on my face. Like, I'm so sorry. I just destroyed your brand new car. I didn't destroy it, but still. She's like, it's okay. I'm just like deep down inside, I could tell she's probably just like, this freaking kid.
I want to
just-
stab him.
Yeah, like, it's my brand new car. I haven't even broken it in. And he's already ruining it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We had a good old time.
We had great
What
times.
was your favorite episodes that you guys were both on?
Jeez.
We were on every episode. together.
every episode,
Yeah.
but I got to say my favorite was ATM Heart of Gold. Where
Sure.
the ATM just spat out money to me.
That's right.
That was
that's right.
phenomenal.
You
And
were
it was the first
limousines
the
and
first
you were
time I
just
was
like,
in a
what's up?
limousine. I had a limousine pick me up and I was rolling. I was like the king of the castle for that episode. And I had
jaded.
I was very
He
jaded.
was money rich, jaded.
ATM Heart of Gold. Look at me.
Yeah.
Right in front of the ATM machine.
Remember like how they made what was my dad's name?
Yeah. Francis
His name was
Guinan.
Francis, yeah, but like his character name. Anyway, they made him like Max Headroom.
Right.
You know, like
Very
the way
cool.
he talked and the
Yep.
way he moved on the, and it just goes to show like the 90s technology back then.
Yeah.
It's pretty hilarious. But I got to say my favorite episode was Foreverwhere. And
Oh,
the reason
yeah.
being is like there was
The pilot.
this new excitement and this new like energy on the set. Everybody was so excited and it was so new. Like even when I read that script, like I was just like, I really want this part. And luckily I got it.
Dude,
You
that
know?
was amazing. The pilot was insane. They took these twins who came from Iowa.
Yep.
And they put them in Tupperware, and then they never aged.
And the mom.
So
she sold this
so
Tupperware that keeps everything.
Look at that. There we go.
Forever great. But so she had beds for her twin kids and herself, and they were literally. She's like 90 there, and they're like 45 or 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're preserved.
Wish I could do that with my kids.
One of the greatest episodes of all
can't.
television.
Just keep feeding them
amazing.
preservatives. Keep feeding them fruit rolls, and they will
they'll be
preserve
fine.
for the rest of their life.
But Eerie, I mean, that led to so many shows.
Sorry, General Mills.
Right.
Oh, they're not going to sponsor our show.
No, Eerie was.
Gravity Falls.
You're right. Gravity
Huge inspiration
Falls,
for that. Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah.
Goosebumps,
Was a big thing,
Supernatural.
yeah.
So many shows and so many creators were inspired by Eerie.
Indiana, yeah.
Yeah, it
and
was
what great writers,
amazing.
Carl Schaefer and Jose Rivera were
Brilliant.
just like, man, where do you guys come up with this stuff? Are you
I
guys
know.
like dropping acid every day and just like, I got a great idea
Yeah.
for this or for that. It was such a weird, interesting, and the cool thing for us, I think, is like every week was a new adventure.
Totally.
So it was like, I was like a kid in a candy store. People asked me, what was my most favorite thing that I did? And I was like, Eerie, Indiana by far.
For sure. It was the best show we ever
It just
worked
was
on.
fun.
So
We just
fun.
had a lot of fun. And the
Every
people we
episode
got to
was
work
like a
with.
movie. It was like we didn't know what was happening. The crew was amazing. Everybody was
Amazing.
young. We were all creating this together.
And the
sets always-
actors we
yeah.
got to work with.
Oh, brilliant.
That's always
Yes.
seemed like a lot of fun too. Just like the
So
set design
supposedly
and, like, the look.
that's one of the rumors is the show didn't get picked up because it was too expensive of a production.
Show, I mean,
Yeah.
looked
It really did.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
No, they put attention to detail like it was crazy.
One of the sets where, when you lose a sock or you lose something, you don't know where it goes. And it goes to, what was the name of that?
The Lost.
The Lost World or The Lost something.
Would you look that up?
Yeah.
Ron,
yeah.
There's another
We're going
thing
there.
We can
but
go there.
The
We can go
Lost,
there.
in one of the episodes where, you lose a sock, you lose something, you don't know where it goes. It went in this Eerie episode.
Like a
And-
vault.
yeah. And that was $1 million set.
back
At
in
least.
the 90s.
Yes.
At least.
In the
Yeah.
90s. It
And
was,
that was
crazy.
Cool. They had all kinds of cool things, like things coming from the surface, from
Yeah.
ground level would go to this underground thing.
What about Reality Takes a Bite? The last episode, I think that was the name of it.
Yeah.
Was that where we were all kind of pretending to be our natural actor self and you were like, what the hell's going on?
I was the only one that was me,
Right,
Omri, and
right.
you guys were just actors.
Yeah, exactly.
It was literally that was
How insane is that?
super weird, super crazy. That's what I mean. It's like, what were you guys thinking when you wrote these
Right?
things?
I remember I love that episode because I got to drive finally in a golf cart and I was 11 years old and I was driving around in a golf cart on the stage, like being just a terror child actor, like kind of what you would suspect.
Kind of like what I was doing
I was
on a
I was
daily
pretending to be
basis.
Omri and and it was so fun. It was wild.
Did I ever? Because I know I used to steal the golf cart all the time.
All
and
the
I would get
time.
in trouble. But
Yeah.
Did I ever be like, Justin, jump on?
Of
Let's
course,
go."
dude.
Okay, great. Great. Your mom was very protective over you. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of times I think she was like, stay away from that guy. He's a bad
There's a reason
influence,
Justin
Justin.
never. Yeah, there's a reason Justin never joined you for cigarettes. Like,
Right?
dude, your
Stay
mom-
away from that boy.
she found out
Bad
you-
news.
Yeah, if your
Hilarious.
mom
Your
found out
dad-
you were smoking cigarettes now, she would kill you.
Oh, kill me. But your dad was awesome too. He was always on set, always overlooking everything.
Yep. Yeah. So those some good old days.
Good
man.
times. We should have had 10 more seasons of Eerie.
We should bring back.
Yeah.
an
We need it.
animated-
Well, look
I
at
think we'd
Omri's
all-
shirt,
let's do-
Eerie,
yeah.
Indiana.
Let's
We'd
do a
have that
cartoon.
Malibu beach house if we did have
right.
10 more
That's
years
right.
of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my
Let's
god.
bring back an animated Erie, Indiana series.
I love
Thought
it.
about that.
I love it.
You know,
He's
I
so
talked
great.
to Joe about that. I was like, hey, how do we bring this back?
Mm-hmm.
And he just started talking about the whole politics of the industry. And
We'll just change the name. Weird
That's
Ohio.
another thing. You were telling me that
Strange
Right.
Ohio.
about the rights.
Yeah.
Nobody knows it's kind of in limbo.
Well, for years I was trying to get the Eerie rights. I would fly to New York. Hearst Entertainment owned the rights because they produced the show.
I remember.
And I went and I spoke to one of the vice presidents there who loved the show. She was there right when it began, and she wanted to bring the show back. And then they ended up selling the rights to Lionsgate. So I went and pitched Lionsgate an idea, and they loved it. And they were like, "Oh well, Hearst owns half the rights. We own half the rights." And it was just lawyers are going to fight over this, and it's never going to
Politics.
happen.
Let's just change the name.
politics.
You guys are the show.
Exactly.
Change the name.
Just
We are
change
the
it
show.
to Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
And it's like we're all gangsters.
That's
and
right.
Like, we're all like, what's up, big dog?
I grew up right outside of Gary.
He's
That's how-
from Indiana.
right?
There we
Gary is
go.
a dangerous place, supposedly.
Yeah, we got some stories.
I heard it was like I heard at one point it was the murder capital.
It was. I used to work
Of
in
the
a
country.
pharmacy in right outside of Gary.
So you leave Hollywood. What happens? Why'd you leave Hollywood?
The more I start to reflect on that, and the more I start to think, I think I was just kind of fed up with, like all the BS that comes with having to work in this industry. It's not, you're a brand. And I kind of was like, I don't know. I was just having like these moments where I was just like, I just want to experience something else in life. I want to go have some other kind of human experience. So, like, I left. I was a big fan of the Grateful Dead. That was a great opportunity for me to go travel. So I followed the Dead for like 4 or 5 years. Traveled the world for surfing and snowboarding. Then at some point, I left that, came back to LA, and I did that for all the wrong reasons. I came back to get into acting to make as much money as I could to get the fuck out of acting and leave LA. So here I am 26 years later, and I'm still in LA. Did a few stints in episodals. I did like Freaks and Geeks, General Hospital, like literally one-liners. And I don't know if I developed some sense of stage fright or something, but I just could not perform.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I had some weird psychological block that I couldn't do it.
What would happen on set?
I was nervous. I was flubbing lines. I was just not. I couldn't. Yeah, it was super weird.
That's crazy.
Super weird. And quickly realized and I was going to acting classes. I was really trying to okay, how do I break this? How do I get better? But quickly realized this is just not me anymore.
Yeah.
And so I left.
But you were actually in a show, and you remember, Dylan is going to pull it up, what this show was that you were actually in.
Adventures in Dinosaur City. That was after Eerie.
It was right after Eerie?
Yep. And they filmed that in the Valley.
Okay.
That was my first introduction to animatronics. So I was really fascinated. I kind of almost thought at that point I was going to go into the movie industry, but not as an actor, more behind the scenes, either directing or something, because I was kind of more fascinated by the things that were happening behind the scenes,
Right.
So that was really cool.
The 90s were big for dinosaurs.
I mean, look
Yeah.
at that. That was a puppet. That was animatronic. So they were wearing, big helmets with all the things that would
So
make
when you
things
were
work.
shooting this, were they doing that? Was there green screen, or were they actually doing it while you were acting against them?
all the sets were built.
Wow.
All the
Those are
sets,
massive
everything
sets.
was
Yeah.
All the that was my first introduction to foam rocks.
Yeah.
Remember big
Totally.
huge boulders
Yeah.
just made out of foam? It's oh wow. And goes to show everything was hand painted, everything was hand done.
Amazing.
It wasn't you couldn't order things online or some mass production could 3D print something. It was literally,
My favorite job that I ever had was in stop motion, because it's just everything's
That's
fabricated.
cool.
All the sets are built. And they're all miniature, but
yeah,
it's
but
hand
still
painted, hand built. It's awesome.
Very
it's
cool.
claymation
Yeah,
stuff, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love that stuff.
That's
It always
awesome.
was
So I always
fascinating.
loved dinosaurs, the original not the
Not the mama, not the mama.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
I do
Baby dinosaur.
remember
Right
that.
that. They were
Okay.
next door to us on
Okay.
Eerie.
That I don't remember, but I do remember the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
But those sets
Interesting.
were just crazy.
Amazing.
And for that
Insane.
show, for Dinosaur City.
Was there any
massive.
sets that you went on that you were just I can't believe I'm on this set?
It was eerie for
Eerie.
me. I mean, it was eerie. It was just like the Lost World. That was it, where things would go and disappear, and the smoke we would have on set, and our clubhouse, and just I was blown away. I'd never worked on a set like it.
It was crazy.
It was the best.
I got to go on the Goonies set.
No
Oh,
way.
no
Yeah, I
way.
got
Because
to
you were
see,
close with Dante, and I wasn't.
Well,
Joe
I
loved
think-
you.
Well, no. Actually, my access was I don't know who our set teacher was. Was it Sharon?
Yes.
Sachs?
Yes, it was.
So Sharon was working on that, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to come check out this set?" I don't remember if I was.
But I thought
working
Goonies
nearby.
had already was done. I thought.
Oh, I
Goonies-
don't know if it was during Eerie.
Okay.
Because Sharon was also my teacher on Dallas.
Oh, okay.
So I had a long history with her. But somehow I got invited to go, and I saw One-Eyed Willie's ship and how they built that. Like it was all on a sound stage.
Whoa.
That was like,
That's
to me,
crazy.
super incredible.
Is that how you met Joe initially?
No, I met Joe just through Eerie.
Through Eerie? Wow. Goonies, one of my favorite movies ever.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Phenomenal.
they don't remake that one.
I know.
Or
No
ruin
kidding.
Please.
Yeah.
a remake of it. That was
All right,
great.
we're going 90s gauntlet.
Okay.
We're going straight 90s gauntlet. Tom is in charge.
Your deserted island movie.
If you're on a deserted island, you got one movie
you
to
get one
choose.
movie.
How about Dumb and Dumber?
Dumb and Dumber.
That's perfect
Yeah.
because like it just makes you reflect and say, how dumb and dumber am I that I'm stuck on this deserted island having to watch the same movie over and over, eating coconuts, playing with a volleyball named Wilson. Like, what the frick, man?
You know what?
So Castaway.
Right.
That changed my answer.
There we go.
Castaway.
Castaway.
No, Castaway was 2000s. So, when I did Picket right after Eerie, Lauren Holly, I was working with on Picket Fences, and she went to go be on Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey, and she married Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know her name.
Yeah.
Man, she was another doll.
Whew.
Another fox.
Amazing. Who was your biggest 90s crush?
Mila Jovovich.
Oh,
Okay.
gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Yeah,
Gorgeous.
Fifth Element.
Oh, my gosh.
And Dazed and Confused. I'm just like, oh, yes. That's my girl. That's my girl.
All right, favorite 90s fashion trend?
You seem like a chain to the wallet type of guy.
You know what I did? I
Yeah.
was into grunge.
Okay.
I was into the grunge
All right,
look,
all
so
right.
I had an insane pair, a collection of Doc Martens.
Oh,
You
the
know,
best.
Anywhere from like 20 lace to like low top. I had all those. I definitely had a chain wallet,
Okay,
leather
chain
wallet. Tie-dye shirts for me, corduroy
Yeah.
pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the 80s were just awful.
No,
and I had
not
some
good.
really bad choices back then.
Oversized suits.
Oversized suits, shoulder pads,
Yeah.
overalls with the one thing hanging down,
Yep,
peg leg pants. But yeah, no, 90s, I was definitely grunge, hippie, and metal.
You're
I
like
love
a
metal.
skater kid.
I was.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I still wear Dickies.
All right. We're going to do a little segment called This or That.
Let's go.
So I'm going
Okay.
to throw out some
I'll do my
grunge
best.
bands. You pick the one that's your favorite.
Wait, bands?
Bands.
Okay.
Grunge bands. Stone Temple Pilots or Alice in Chains?
Alice in Chains. Something about that band really is just like unique.
Yeah.
Really unique. Yeah, so I'll take Alice in Chains.
All right. Bush or Dinosaur Jr.?
Neither.
Neither. Just canceling
Straight
all of
up,
them.
yeah.
Straight
Not
up,
a
get
Bush
rid of them?
fan, I don't even know who Dinosaur Jr. is. So I never made
Kill
it.
that
I
one.
never made it on
Done.
my iPod or what did we have back
Yeah.
then? We're still CDs.
No, this was cassettes,
we were
bro.
burning
Cassettes?
CDs.
Yeah,
we were burning CDs.
yeah, we were burning CDs.
Okay.
then.
Nirvana or Pearl Jam?
Nirvana.
Nirvana?
100.
I hate Pearl Jam.
Yeah, Eddie
stand
Vedder,
up.
good buddy of mine. Like, he basically calls like Eddie Vedder's style of singing. It's called yarling.
It's
Yeah, yeah. Whatever.
They
I'm
became
bad
like
at
the-
it.
the
We're gonna get a
mascot
lot
for,
of
like-
haters for this
sorry,
one.
sorry, Eddie. Sorry.
They
Yeah.
became the mascot
But
for like
Nirvana-
the Chicago
Nirvana
Cubs.
for sure.
Like
Yeah.
Pearl Jam. I can't
Okay, and he's a Sox fan, so we get it.
All right. White
Smashing
or
Pump-
red?
White. White
Yeah.
Sox.
Just making sure. Checking on you.
Smashing Pumpkins or Soundgarden?
Soundgarden 100. Yeah, we actually
Favorite song?
we got a nickname for Smashing Pumpkins.
What is
Call
it?
them Smashing Blumpkins. Because like, okay, so I play music. I'm a drummer.
Yeah.
And me and some of my friends, we have a little studio, and so we jam, and we're always coming up with stupid band names for ourselves. We're like, oh, let's be a Smashing Pumpkins cover band. We'll be the Smashing Blumpkins.
That's a great name. For the Halloween. your
Totally.
Halloween thing, the
When
Smashing
can we
Pumpkins?
see you guys? We want to come see
Yeah.
you in concert.
We need more time to rehearse.
Oh, you guys don't.
Yeah, we're not
You
trying
got
to.
plenty of
we're
time
trying
to
We're
rehearse.
trying to
Coming
like
to
get
Salem.
crowds,
Yeah.
not like
Have 'em
push
go away.
crowds away. Yeah.
Salem 2025, the Smashing Blumpkins.
I love it, dude.
Big Pantera fan.
Oh, nice.
Pantera.
Yeah, so I love metal a lot. Slayer, of
Oh,
course.
nice.
Slayer
Okay.
and Pantera were definitely a big. What do you call that? Like they were the soundtrack of the '90s for me a lot.
Yeah.
Them
Were you
and,
were you getting in the mosh pit?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh, hardcore.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
hardcore. I think I
The
got
90s
some-
with like metal was another level. And then it turned like Metallica came a little more mainstream in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, once the
kinda.
Black album
Yeah.
hit, you were just kind of like, yeah, screw you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
After Injustice for All, you were just like, what are you guys thinking? But it's cool. I'm glad
Yeah,
for them. They had
for sure.
success.
Yeah, yeah.
Then Napster came along.
Yes.
Right.
That just destroyed the music
Oh,
for sure.
industry.
How many
Holy s-
viruses did you guys get from Napster?
Yeah, that or MySpace.
LimeWire?
LimeWire,
LimeWire?
too.
Oh my
And what
God.
was
Well, it
like?
took you 2 days to download
Oh my God!
a song.
Forever. And what was Following the Dead like? How rad was that?
It was incredible.
Yeah?
That's some great, probably stories I shouldn't even share. But
It's okay, we're not recording a podcast.
Yeah.
no,
so
but it was
don't-
just
yeah.
it was a wild time, you know. It was like, first off, I don't think anybody knew who I was, you know,
Which
I
was
didn't-
great.
I didn't. But it was just a wild time, man. We were just doing a lot of drugs and following this fucking band, and it's like you travel across the country and you'd meet up with your friends that like came. Hey, where were you? Oh, we stopped in Maine. We ate lobster. And it's like, oh, we went to New York and did all this fucking cool shit. And it's like we just met up in Washington D.C. and then we'll meet you in Indiana, Deer Creek.
And that was, I mean, you were doing psychedelics before psychedelics were a thing now. I mean, they're very mainstream.
Now they are, sure, but they were, I don't want to say mainstream, but people were already doing psychedelics,
Yeah.
you know? Like, how did I get introduced?
It's like you guys were, I mean, obviously in the public eye at a young age, but to be able to do that without people with cameras in your face all the time. Or
Yeah,
cell phones,
yeah,
you
or
could
it's
go
like, hold on.
places. Yeah.
Hold on, waiting for the flash.
Yeah,
Ready? Can I take a picture? Not like now, or it's
Yeah.
just like,
Or just
just
everything you did was,
videoing
like,
and
on
editing
public
all at the
display.
same
Wild.
time. Yeah, it's a wild time we live in.
All right, what are we plugging for you? What do you got coming up? What's happening? How can we support you?
Okay, so it's just a bunch of Halloween.com.
Yep.
Still, you got this. That's one thing we can plug. The Merry Danksters coming soon to a store near you, hopefully.
Nice.
We are-
Congrats.
yeah, we're up and running.
That's awesome.
But I haven't really focused on the branding. You can go to themerrydanksters.com or themerrydanksters.store. What else? Yeah, it's just basically that's my full focus is cannabis, and I'm doing some cons.
What do you got coming up com-wise where people could find you?
What's next? I think I'm going to Roanoke, Virginia to FanX. I've got a deal lined up with GalaxyCon. Helps
Bring-
feed my family.
What an amazing episode, man. This is so
great.
great. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Yes.
Love you.
Love you. Microphone check.